The Hawk Jammer going out against the Bomber Jammer. Bernie Jackson at the rear stops the Hawk Jammer off into the infield. Bernie Jackson going after it.
That's that rookie we talked about. Tony Swat.
Bernie Jackson holds him. Leroy Gonzalez in the background there. Bernie Jackson. Whoa! E.G. Miller.
Oh, look at Miller taking on that rookie right there.
He better be careful. That Swat's a tough kid.
Yeah, I understand. He's a strong kid out there, too.
Number 36, Tony Swat. They call him the Mongol on that Hawk team.
Well, let me tell you, he's big. In fact, this Hawk team is pretty good size anyhow. And Miller knows that he's up against it out there tonight. Right now, his team's got about a 4-point lead. But right now, no lead is safe. Look at the two guys going after it. There's the two bosom buddies out there.
E.G. Miller, Leroy Gonzalez.
They're squaring off at each other. They mean business. That's the referees. That's a good move. Get Miller out of there. Get him to the other end of the track. Get some order out there. Like I said, there's only one person I know that can control these two men. Is the lady in red, Ms. Georgia Hansen. I don't see her anywhere in here, and these two guys are going to tear each other up.
All right, we've got a jam underway. Number 43, Bob Huey, one of the rookies we talked about at the top of the show, going out against number 31, Steve Santillan of the Hollywood Hawks. Oh, no! Nice block by Bob Huey, and Steve Santillan left with no return address.
No, Santillan tried to grab that rail as he went out and kind of break it, but he missed it, and that's what happened. It's all concrete out there.
Bernie Jackson's rear takes down Gerald Graves. Bob Huey following Bernie Jackson. Bernie Jackson leads him through the Hawk pack.
Huey just stays back there. Jackson will take him right through for the points.
By Swat. Nice job.
Good move.
Nice job by Bob Huey with assist from Bernie Jackson. Boy, the Bombers look tough.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a good skater, like you said at the beginning of the show. T-Birds made a mistake. They didn't have him protected, and they lost him. And Miller is glad to have him out there.
Pretty boy Miller.
Says the Bomber boss. That's what he says he is.
Pretty boy Miller, bad boy Leroy Gonzalez, when snakes collide.
Like we said, it should be the bad boy against the pretty boy, but right now there's no friends on that track. Everybody is out for their team to win. That's the way it should be, Ted.
Okay, the referee is blowing the whistle. Look at that big lead that the Bombers have taken. 19-9 over the Hawks. Strong blocking by Bernie Jackson, scoring by Ronnie Cheatham, Bob Huey. The Bombers are doing it all in this first men's period. Ronnie Cheatham's out in front, but he doesn't have a helmet. He got it knocked off as he made his way out of the pack. Being chased by Gerald Graves. Just came into your camera range.
They're trying to get the helmet back to that Bomber Jammer, so they're making an effort to get to it. He's coming up in the rear of the pack.
Gerald Graves, 6'5", 240 pounds. Ronnie Cheatham has a helmet now. Number 44 for the Bombers. Zolan McNair at the rear for the Hawks. Zolan the Barbarian. McNair. Oh, what a shot. That was vicious. Jackson at the rear for the Bombers. Jackson gets free. Takes Zolan high. Cheatham picks up the points. Calls off the jam. Boy, that just shattered the kick rail when Jackson put McNair up to the rail. Yes.
He said there was 2 Bomber points on that jam out there. That's just what the Bombers need, man. Look at that, Ted. They got a 12-point lead out there.
21-9. Number 44, Ronnie Cheatham, doing it all for the Bombers.
Let me tell you, this is one powerful Hawk team out there, and I don't know if they're looking past this team, but if anybody told me they'd be trailing by 12 points in the second period, I would never believe it.
These teams seem to be more evenly matched than that. The Hawks are having a tough time getting on track. The Bombers are taking it to them in every aspect, offense and defense.
Right now, I wouldn't say they're even. One team is 12 points better than the other one right now. Let's see if they can come back.
Zolan McNair, number 35, the Barbarian for the Hawks. Has the helmet, he's approaching the rear of the pack.
They're rooting for the Hawks.
Bernie Jackson in the rear. Big shot to the sternum of Zolan McNair.
Boy, this Jackson blocks that track, doesn't he?
He really does. Gerald Graves coming up to assist. Oh!
Good fly.
Just enough to get Jackson out of the way, and McNair goes through, picks up a single point. He's going to try for more. They've got the Bombers tied to the rail.
Keep going, Ted. He's got plenty of time. He can score. Keep going.
He reads your mind, Jess. He's going. Zolan
Look at Jackson. He's going on the brakes. He's going to wipe this down.
Jackson's got his look up. Right off the end. Oh, into the penalty box. Bernie says, what happened?
There's Leroy. He doesn't like it one bit.
The bad boy hit Bernie Jackson.
Hey, here's the helmet. Buddy's going at it again.
Pretty boy, bad boy. Jackson with a chair. Look out.
Good Lord. Do we have mayhem out here? Or do we have mayhem? Even our cameramen are trying to get out of the way.
Holy cow.
I don't blame anybody out there. I'd find a hole and hide in for a while.
Well, pretty soon we're going to get back to a roller derby game as soon as we get the rest of this stuff done. Gee whiz, these guys are going nuts out there.
I can tell you, they may be buddies when they're looking at the T-Birds or somebody else, but right now after tonight.
See the girls in the infield waiting their turn to take the track.
Ted, let me tell you what, that Jackson did a good job. He saw that whole track, all of his teammates were playing on the track, and he grabbed that jammer, skated him right off into the infield, and he wasn't satisfied there. Not only did he call the jammer off, he dumped him in the penalty box. Here's who we're talking about. This is Jackson out of
Bernie Jackson, one of the best big men roller derby has ever known, has the helmet for the Bombers. Here comes Gerald Graves up behind him on the inside. I don't know if Jackson's seen him yet or not. They both go by the pack. Gerald Graves goes by right behind Bernie Jackson. I don't think Bernie knew he was there, Jess.
Bernie doesn't look like he's through yet. He wants more points. Go, Bernie, go. There him go on that track. That's the Bomber jammer in that blue and gold uniform.
10 seconds ago, he picks up another point. Time's running out here in this first half. The Bombers have made mincemeat out of the Hawks.
They said 4 Hawk points and 5 Bomber points on that jam.
Leroy Gonzalez has to be just absolutely amazed his team is full. Oh, look at that shot. Vicious shot as we end the first half. Bombers
There's
leading
our
by
score,
12, 26 to 18.
You believe that score?
Unbelievable.
Let's see. I bet these halftime interviews are going to be fiery. The buddies are going up against each other out there.
Stay tuned for the halftime interviews, folks.
Hi, it's Paul Greenwood again in halftime in tonight's game with the score Bombers 26 and the Hawks 18. Now, if my voice is going to hold up and my body's going to hold up, I'm going to try to have as my halftime guests Leroy Gonzalez and E.G. Miller, but I've also asked Mr. William J. Griffiths, owner of the T-Birds, to stop by so that we can learn a little bit more about Ralphie Valadares and Mike Flanagan and their dispute with these two here, Gonzalez and Miller. Now, first of all, a question that's been bothering me, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers also, how come when you guys are together with Georgia Haas and you're ganging up against the T-Birds, you two are the best of pals, but tonight you're fighting like enraged bulls?
Don't cast any slurs against the lovely Miss Georgia Haas. The lovely Miss Georgia Haas. And let me tell you something out here. We're the best of friends off the track, but when we're out here, like we are now, it's war. You got that? War.
All right. All right, Leroy, the bad boy, what do you have to say?
I want to clarify something. Knock that bad boy off. My middle name is Angel. You address me as such. But if you want to refer to angels now, you wait till Valadares, a little potato lace comes to my team, and see what kind of angel I can be. And stick that in your hat, big boy.
Do you really think that the commission is going to award Georgia Haas the opportunity to have Ralphie Valadares and Mike Flanagan and let her give him to your teams?
It's in the bag. It is in the bag. Whatever Georgia does, Ms. Georgia Haas, she does everything right out here.
Wait a minute. Let's hear from William J. Griffiths.
Well, Paul, the only thing that's in the bag is the hot air from Angel, from Pretty Boy, and Ms. Georgia Haas. You know, of all the ridiculous things I've ever heard of, Georgia Haas wanting compensation for losing Randy to the T-Birds. My heavens, she never even had her in the first place.
Exactly.
In the second place, she lost the voting to Randy, fair and square. And in the third place, it's going to be a cold day in you-know-where when Ralphie Valadares and Mike Flanagan ever skate for these two dippos. That's all you. You never even had it.
Now, just a minute. We're trying to have an interview here. What in that? What is going? Look what they're doing to his hat. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Look at this. I'm trying. I'll tell you.
I apologize for the absolute uncouth actions of these two dippos, and that's all I can say.
I'll tell you,
I'm angry, but you haven't heard the last of this. They haven't heard the last of this.
That's right. You haven't heard the last of it.
I'll tell you, I have never seen two worse troublemakers in my life. Dealing with Georgia Haas was a pleasure. We're going to try to restore order here before the second half of tonight's game. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Now,
The second half underway here. The Golden State Bombers lead the Hawks by 12 points. Monica Garcia has the helmet to start off for the Bombers, going out against number 35 for the Hawks, Tammy Contreras. What a lead, Jess. All right, here we go. Monica
Look
at the rear of the
action
pack.
at the rear.
Lori Weigel at the rear assisting. Monica Garcia sneaks through, picks up the points, calls off the jam.
Well, what a smile that lady has. And she's doing a good job out there for that Bomber team, isn't she, in that blue uniform?
She really is. What a pretty girl she is. Monica Garcia doing a great job for the Bombers.
Oh, we got ladies all over there. Look at this, Booher. This is about the third or fourth girl on blue. Watch out, D.
There goes the referee.
Watch out there, Queen's Hall.
Oh, she better be careful. The referee is being
He
very
was reaching
lenient.
for that red flag. He almost put her in the box, but
Being very lenient out there.
well, I think what you try to do, Ted, is you try to keep the game under control. And you don't try to penalize the team if you don't have to, but
Let the players play.
let the players play. That's what they do in all sports, and that's what they do here. Look at that score. I can't believe it. This Hawks team is a powerful team. They got the jammer out there, too.
34, Julie Martinez in the black and the orange of the Hawks. Coming to the rear of the pack, Julie Martinez, followed closely by Patsy Delgado. She's supporting that man.
Martinez looks like she's getting ready to put her in the third row.
Throws a block on Patsy Delgado. Patsy Delgado comes by on the inside, wails away at her, gets her. Martinez goes down. Nice job by Patsy Delgado, but look who she has to come up against. 235. Patsy Delgado says, why me? She's a competitor. She's coming around the outside. Just a little flick of the wrist. She goes high to the rail. Uh-oh, Buhar's got her stopped. Delgado's got to get out of there. She's in big trouble.
Got to keep moving.
She
That's
got
the way she's
fire.
got to do it. Don't wait for her. Get moving.
Nice, quick move. Oh, could be Patsy Delgado's worst nightmare here. Deanna Buher trying to make little pasta noodles out of her. Oh, Delgado, where did that come from?
I don't know. I think she brought that from the third row.
Oh.
There's a strike.
Right on top of her, and again. Patsy Delgado says, take that. 6'3", 235 pounds or not. I'm not going to take any crap off you.
Don't you do that again.
Third skating period here. The girls
Leroy's
have
in
the
the
track.
infield.
Oh, previous bad boy, look at it. Oh! Kick and scratch and bite.
Boy, they're really bringing him in from left field, aren't they?
Well, that's the end of that suit for Leroy. E.G. Miller came a little more aggressive with the occasion. He's talking
This is
Alan
bad,
Wilson.
Ted. This is bad. This is bad when a men go after the women like that.
Look at
No
that.
place in this game for that.
Two Manny Roosters out there.
Referees trying to keep everything under control. Get that camera out of my face.
E.G. Miller about hit the camera lens with his nose.
Well, he's so incensed at Leroy and his team that he wasn't paying attention where he was. He was watching Leroy out of the corner of his eye. We got two jammers out there. These are the designated skaters for each team.
Bombers still lead by 13 points, Jess.
That's right. The Bombers are in the blue uniform with the gold numbers, and there's the Hawks in the black coming up there.
2 minutes, 45 seconds. Monica Garcia, number 45 in the blue and the gold. Tammy Contreras, number 36 for the Hawks. 35 for the Hawks, excuse me. At the rear of the pack, Weichel's blocking Contreras. Wilson gets rid of Weichel. Paula Wilson like a wildcat out there.
Good teamwork.
Paula Wilson showed a lot of speed, a lot of strength. She took Weichel to the rail. Contreras picks up the points. 35, Tammy Contreras for the Hollywood Hawks.
Actually, the Bombers are leading by 9 points, and we got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this third period. And, they need to get that score at least a little closer than this so their men stand a chance of winning this game.
Paula Wilson, number 33, a key blocker on that last jam. She just wasted Lori Weigel to the rail, and that let Tammy Contreras walk in for the points as the referee blows the whistle right in our ears. The fans are going crazy here at the Showboat in Las Vegas.
I think these fans have kind of started rooting for the Hawks. They're kind of underdog right now. Look at that lead.
They sure are right now, but Marnie Williamson goes out. She didn't like that helmet. She picks up another one. Marnie Williamson, prolific scorer for the Bombers.
Let's see if it's a lucky one. Let's see if she can take this jam.
Going out against Julie Martinez of the Hawks. Both of these girls similar in height and stature. Julie Martinez to the inside, big shot. Marnie Williamson hangs on though. Comes by on the inside. Martinez staggers back.
This Williamson's pretty stout on her feet out there.
Weichel at the rear for the Bombers blocking. Contreras for the Hawks. Both jammers are hung up. Williamson going on Contreras. Martinez going on Weichel. Contreras throws another block into Williamson. Williamson hang up. Hung up on the outside. Not much is happening here. They're both stymied right now. Lori Weichel comes in, drags down Contreras. Williamson picks up the point, calls off the jam.
She called it off. That was good teamwork. That Weigel did a good job in there.
Just like that, the Bombers are staying ahead. Those girls are really doing a number on those Hawk girls. There's only 50 seconds to go, Jess.
Ed Williamson's doing a good job, but so is Weigel. Let's watch this replay. Look at Williamson. She's occupying him. Here comes Weigel. She takes her down. Looks like she's bulldogging a steer out there, didn't he?
Little bulldog there. Marnie Williamson cutting the jam off.
That was a good shot by our crew here. We got a good camera crew here tonight. They're getting some great shots for the crowd here.
Pretty Boy Miller talking to Bernie Jackson in the infield. We have a jam underway. 33 Paula Wilson going out against the blonde bomber, Lori Weigel. Big size
That's the
difference.
goal. Maxie, we only got 21 seconds to go in this third period.
And they both went around the outside, and Weigel goes down. Nice job by Paula Wilson.
Wilson
15
needs a
seconds
point.
to go.
She's got 13. Let her keep going here. Here she comes, Ted.
She's working on a 10-point deficit right now. Paula Wilson, Weigel waiting towards the end of the straightaway.
Boy up there.
The bad boy wipes out Weigel. Paula Wilson picks up the points, calls off the jam. Time is run out.
I don't think the referee saw him up there either.
Paula listening for the points with a cute look on her face. The fans are for the Hawks.
9 big Hawk points on there.
That has to be disturbing to E.G. Miller. They had a big lead going into that last. Look out.
Okay, get the ladies off the track. Get these men out of there. Watch out.
Unbelievable. End of the third skating period. The Bombers had a big lead. It's been whittled down 32-31. A 1-point lead over the Hawks. Stay tuned for Jim McInerney and the fans.
I'm Jim McInerney with the Voice of the Fans, an open forum for you, the fans, to speak out either by letter or in person as you attend one of the games. Now, tonight's question deals with the recent demand that Georgia Haas made on the commission concerning compensation for after she lost the contract of Randy Whitman back to the T-Birds. Now, Georgia Haas has demanded that Mike Flanagan and Ralphie Valadares be turned over to E.G. Miller and Leroy Gonzalez, Georgia Haas's very close friends. Well, we'd like to ask some of the fans here in the stands what they think. Hi, what is your name? Where are you from? And what do you think about the compensation?
Adam Fairbairn, Las Vegas, Nevada.
You like Georgia Haas?
No.
Okay, what about you back here? Tell me, what do you think about the compensation? What is your name and where are you from?
Rich White, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, I think she should have compensation. I feel it's correct.
Okay, your name and where you're from and what do you think?
Hi, I'm Annie from Las Vegas, and yes, they deserve compensation.
You, sir, your name and where you're from. What do you think about the compensation?
I'm Kenny, and I'm from Hollywood, and yes, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you should.
And you, sir, what about Georgia Haas? Do you think she should get the compensation?
No way.
Okay, well, that's just a sample of some of the fans here in the stands. We'd like to hear from you. All you do is write to the Voice of the Fans on the address that you see on the screen there. Unfortunately, we don't have time to broadcast all the letters that we get. We'd like to share just a couple of people that have written some letters here. From down south in Ashland, Kentucky, Kevin Jurgensen, we want to say hello to you and thanks for your kind letter. And from up north, Tom Kowalski from La Serre, Quebec, Canada. Well, a special hello to you up there in Canada. And Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell Willing from Litchfield, Minnesota. And to answer your question, yes, the T-Birds hope to be up in your area real soon. And in Almonte Springs, Florida, Ron Prager, thanks again for your kind letter. Well, we thank you very much. We're running out of time for Voice of the Fans. Until next week, my name's Jim McInerney. We'll see you later.
Tuesday, join ESPN for a colossal college basketball showdown. Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers meet Digger Phelps and his Fighting Irish, live Tuesday.
Start of the fourth period. 32-31, the Bombers had their lead whittled down by the women in the last period. They have a 1-point lead here going into the final period. It's anybody's game.
This looks more like the powerful Hawk team that they are. And I'll tell you, the T-Birds are going to be up against that tough team next week. But right now, they got their hands full with the Bomber team out here.
Number 31.
They can take it out.
31, Steve Santillan hangs up Danny Rogers on the rail for the Bombers. Steve Santillan all alone approaching the rear of the pack. E.G. Miller on the inside of the track there, giving Stevie Santillan a little flag. I don't think it bothered him too much as he's coming up to the rear now. Bernie Jackson in the rear, just out of camera sight. Here he is, right at the bottom of your screen. Steve Santillan sizing him up. He's got a big task ahead of him. Bernie Jackson, a vicious blocker.
Lining up, let's see this.
Oh, just a smooth. Oh,
Look
Gerald
at that
Gray.
big man go.
Big block there. Bernie Jackson, forearm to the back of Gerald Gray. Steve Santillan can't get by. Bernie Jackson working over Steve Santillan of the Hawks. Another block. Santillan stumbles to the rail, holds his balance.
I don't think Santillan wants it for Jackson. Let's see.
Oh, no. A veteran move by Burnett Jackson.
Gerald, one way to get rid of an opposing jammer, isn't it?
Gerald.
Let his own men take care of it.
Gerald Graves, 6'5", 240 pounds, just wiped out Steve Santillan of the Hawks. Teammate against teammate.
He's talking about his buddy, isn't he?
Hollywood Hawks, what are they?
There's Lyle Morris popping in. Lyle Morris, recently acquired from the Devils by E.G. Miller.
She's doing a good job for this team. In fact, that whole Bomber team's a good team.
Yeah, you can't argue with his success, although I wonder who gave the name Pretty Boy, whether that was himself or his mother.
I think he bought it.
Best team money can buy. Ronnie Cheatham, number 44 for the Bombers, going out against number 36 for the Hawks, Tony Swat, the Marathon Man. Oh, Cheatham. Cheatham shot. Got rid of it. Bernie Jackson says, go on ahead. I'll watch the rear. Zola McNair at the rear, blocking Ronnie Cheatham. Cheatham trying to go by on the outside. Zola McNair taking care of it. Cheatham looking back for help. He finds it. Bernadette Jackson, whip up. Oh, sidestep by Zola McNair. Cheatham continuing on. Inside, outside, up to the high side, and he picks him up and calls him up. Nice job by Ronnie Cheatham.
Big Bomber points in there. Watch out. We got men going at it again.
Tony Swat didn't like that cheap shot at the start of that jam. He's going after Cheatham. Oh, Cheatham got him right in the air. Boy, that's tough to stand on your feet and try and throw a punch, I'll tell you that.
That's a heck of a way for a rookie to
too. Zola McNair just flashed in the camera and nailed Cheatham. How did Cheatham stand on his feet? 5 minutes to go. Pretty Boy Miller in the infield.
These are a bunch of tough men out here. Every one of them can dish it out and they can take it. Let's see how many's going to be left standing again. Is that some of the Hawk fans?
That looks like a Hawk fan.
Look at those. They got all glasses on.
Looks like she has the official Hawk team sunglasses that they wear at night and at day.
Didn't she?
Bombers. They pick it up again. 36 to 31. They got a 1 point lead to start the period. It's up to 5 points now.
Well, we got about 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go in this whole game.
Another jam underway. Number 43 for the Bombers has the helmet. Bob Huey, one of the rookies we talked about. Oh, Bob Huey, get that boy a medic.
You ought to learn how to keep his hands off that other fish. Nobody likes to be grabbed. Look at
fleas and mosquitoes that we need to squish.
They need Ernie Mansfield out there. It might be ahead.
I'm speechless.
Look at it there tonight. Got the Hawk Jammer coming up here.
Zola McNair wipes out Bernie Jackson, taking Steve Santillan through. Huey goes down. Santillan off into the infield. Did the referee see it? I don't think so.
Wait a minute.
Could be a big break for the Hawks. I thought he was in the infield, Jess.
He was in the infield.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Santillan still going. Jackson with a big block right in front of him. Holy cow, how does Jackson get that high in the air?
5 big points.
3 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
Boy, look at that vicious block. He's still down. What a hip check. Watch this Jackson coming up. He's going to catch this man right in the turn and wham.
Oh, wow.
What a blow.
That's 240, 250, maybe 260 pounds high in the air, Jess.
Yep, that man coming in was really low, so what a heck of a collision.
Santillan's very slow in getting up from that last block. He may have scored the points to bring him back, but he paid the price.
We got a tie score here, Ted, with about 3 minutes to go in the game. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Let's see who's saddled up here with the helmets on.
3 minutes to go. It's anybody's game again. Bombers have been beating the Hawks up all night long, but the Hawks have been taking it up.
And McNair snuck out in front of the pack because he didn't start the career like he was supposed to. He put that helmet on and took off right at the front.
35, Zola McNair, the Barbarian for the Hollywood Hawks. A tougher meter man you'll never meet.
They got that rookie Huey out there, but Leroy Gonzalez got rid of him as he reared. Look at this, Bernie Jackson.
Bernie Jackson at the rear, throwing the blocks on Zola McNair. These two respect each other a great deal. Oh, Jackson has him hung up. Size against strength.
Barbarian.
Oh, wow. Ronnie Cheatham. Oh. Boy, did they take care of Zola McNair.
Watch out.
Look out. Jackson. Splash. And McNair, I don't know if he'll be able to finish this game, Jess.
Boy, that takes all the wind right out of your sails and really gives you a take all over.
I think the Bombers are sending a question is, they plan on winning this game?
Right now, I put my money on the team in the blue and the gold out there.
Pretty Boy Miller likes what's going on here. The Bombers have really asserted themselves in that last jam. Ronnie Cheatham, Bernie Jackson, wiped out Zolan McNair.
Right now, the Hawks got a 1-point lead. There's about a minute and 45 seconds. So they're going to have to protect that lead against this powerful Bomber team in there, Ted.
They could have a tough time. I think Zolan McNair really took around the chin on that last jam. They're going to miss him on this jam. Minute 35 seconds to go. Gerald Graves has the helmet. Danny Rogers has the helmet for the Bombers. Two tall, lanky skaters. Minute and a half to go.
Picked up 1 Bomber point. Good move by that Bomber skater.
Smart move by Danny Rogers.
Danny Rogers did a good job on him to call it off.
We have only got a minute 10 seconds to go.
We got a tie score here.
It's tied up again. The Bombers, the Hawks, all tied up. A minute to go. The bad boy has Gerald Graves by the hand.
Look at this. He's telling him what to do on this jam. Who to hold in the pack.
It looked like Ronnie Cheatham has the helmet for the Bombers. Ronnie Cheatham has really come on strong here.
Leroy knows all the tricks out there. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve against this team in the blue and gold.
All right, it's Ronnie Cheatham going out against Zolan McNair. Ronnie Cheatham really leveled McNair on the last jam that McNair was out on.
I didn't think McNair would make it back on the track, but this man is tough.
I didn't either. 40 seconds to go. Either one of these two can win it. Cheatham hung up by Gerald Graves. Bernie Jackson holds up Zolan McNair. Bernie Jackson
scored yet either. No one scored on this game.
If I had to pick up a point, that's the toughest guy in the world.
27 seconds to go in the game, Ted.
25 seconds. Bernie Jackson in the rear. McNair cannot get by on the outside. Bernie Jackson is going to be a tough man to get a point over. 17 seconds to go.
What's coming down to this? Let's see who's got the most breath in here. Let's see who can get in.
Cheatham can't get by Graves. McNair coming up on the outside of Jackson. They're hung up. Gonzalez on the track. They're hung up. 3 seconds. Oh no, a block by Graves. I think
got in there.
McNair wins it for the Hawks, I believe.
Down in there, but I tell you what, I saw the Hawks flying all over the place there. She's right. They won the game.
Boy, that guy has a reason to be happy. Zolan McNair came back from a real beating from Jackson and Cheatham and pulled out the winning point. The Hawks take it, Jess. 41-37 over the Bombers. Stay tuned for the wrap-up, folks. (41-37). The Hawks pull it out over the Bombers, but you know, tonight's game proved one thing. E.G. Miller, Pretty Boy as he calls himself, Leroy the Bad Boy Gonzalez, those two, when they got together, tonight's game was nothing but ugly.
I'll tell you, I don't know about ugly, but I haven't seen two teams pound each other like this around on the track in a long time. The only time I've ever seen these two teams any meaner is when they were going up against the T-Birds.
Speaking of T-Birds, those two young rookies we talked about, Bob Huey and Tony Swatton, they look really good.
And these kids were good out there. This is why the T-Birds are so upset about losing them. They were trying to protect these kids, give them a little bit more season, and wouldn't you know, coming through the back door, they lose them both.
Well, that has to hurt, but we've got Paul standing by trackside with some closing interviews, so let's take it back to Paul.
Okay, we're going to start right off with Bob Huey. Bob, how come that you left the T-Birds and all of a sudden decided to get into a Bomber uniform?
Well, sure, I'd like to be a T-Bird, but Mr. Miller explained to me that I'd probably go to the training camp and stay there for a couple of years. And he told me that I could come and skate on his team, and, well, I just wanted to skate and game. That's really all.
Well, didn't E.G. tell you that maybe you'd need a little bit more seasoning and then you could be a regular T-Bird?
No.
E.G., I'm surprised at you.
Listen, Greenwood, don't try and undermine everything I'm doing out here with him. Don't listen to what this jerk is saying out here. Just listen to what I'm saying out here. He's on my team, and he's going to stay. I got a rookie on here, and he's got a rookie on his team, and it's just we're going to get two veterans on our team.
Okay, well, let's hear what Tony Swatton has to say. Tony, how come you decided to leave the T-Birds and go into Leroy's camp?
Basically the same as Bob. I figured if I stay with the T-Bird training camp, I'd never get to skate. With Mr. Gonzalez, I'm skating right now. I'm getting the practice I need. And
you know what, Tony, that's enough. Don't answer any more questions. He doesn't have to answer you any more questions. What are you, a spy?
I don't know what you guys are afraid of. What are you afraid to talk about? What are you afraid to talk about? What?
Don't talk to your fully equipped. Don't talk to...
Something tells me that the interview is over. If it isn't, I guess the game is. Well, once again, the final score, the Hawks 41, the Bombers 37. We'll be back again this week. This is Paul Greenwood. If anybody out there has a remedy for laryngitis, please send it in. I need it. I still got a problem. We'll see you next week for more IRDL action. Until then, thank you and bye-bye. Championship Roller Derby. And tonight, the world champion Los Angeles Thunderbirds battle the Hollywood Hawks and Leroy the Bad Boy Gonzalez. Hi, everybody. I'm Paul Greenwood, and what a game we have for you tonight. Now, not just a game between the T-Birds and the Hawks, but an individual contest between two veteran roller derby skaters. Now, I'm talking about Ralphie Valadares and Leroy the Bad Boy Gonzalez and their feud that's lasted for over 25 years. And the lid is going to blow off that feud tonight. Now, you know, Ralphie Valadares is closing out his final skating season. And Leroy Gonzalez has sworn that he's going to make Ralphie Valadares' life miserable before he hangs up his skates. How can he do this? What's the bad boy up to? Well, for more on that and tonight's game, let's go to our two trackside commentators, those two former skating greats, Ted Maroff and Jess Adams.
It has to be a classic game tonight. Two great teams, the LA T-Birds, the Hollywood Hawks, Jess. But the focal point is going to be Ralphie Valadares, the Guatemalan Flyer, going up against Leroy the Bad Boy Gonzalez. That's 25 years of hatred on that track tonight.
You can say that again. For 25 years, Leroy's hated him. Ever since Valadares was appointed coach over Leroy, and Leroy's vowed to get him. He knows this is Ralph's last year, and he's out to humiliate Valadares.
Well, you know, Ralphie would like to go out in a blaze of glory, and if that would happen, that Leroy would get Ralphie, and I don't think it will. There's only one person and one person only to blame. That's Ms. Georgia Haas, the lady in red of the Northern Devils, Jess.
I can tell you, between Georgia Haas and Leroy Gonzalez, they got one mad Guatemalan out there, and Valadares told me if Leroy gets within arm's length of him tonight, he's going to wipe that track up with that man.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can't forget about tonight's game. We've got some great matchups in that girls' field. We got Gina Gonzalez, one half of the Go-Go Girls. We look for her to go up against pretty Paula Wilson, Paula the Brat Wilson of the Hawks.
Well, this is what we call two mighty mites out there. These girls are exciting. They're going to really give each other a bad time.
And in the men's field, you can bet Mike Flanagan is going to be venting some of his frustration over that compensation thing against Zola McNair of the Hawks.
Well, they call McNair the Barbarian, and let me tell you, he gives the T-Birds a bad time every time they get in a building.
Bad time or not, we've got a game to get underway, so let's take it up to Paul trackside.
You better believe it, Ted and Jess. As the saying goes, it's going to be a hot time in the Old Town tonight. And just how hot, we'll find out as the game starts in just a moment, right after we come back from these messages.
The NHL, Sunday nights on ESPN. Check it out.
We're underway at the Showboat in Las Vegas. Debbie McCorkle, Julie Martinez having a few words before the start of this game. The Hollywood Hawks, the LA T-Birds. T-Birds in the green and the white, the Hawks in the black and the orange. Darlene Langlois de La Chapelle has the helmet for the T-Birds. Number 33, Paula Wilson. Paula the Brat Wilson for the Hawks on this first game.
Wilson too short here.
Look out. Oh, hang on. She did it.
Look at that girl skate.
Boy, nice job by Paula Wilson. I don't know if Darlene knows if she's still there now. Oh, gee whiz. Deanna Booher the winner. Paula Wilson went flying. Debbie McCorkle at the rear doesn't know quite what to do with the side.
And Booher is 235. Down like a tree.
What a move.
That's what the T-Birds have to do, Ted. Get out in the front and stay ahead against this powerful Hawk team.
Debbie McCorkle rode Deanna Booher down to the track.
Look at this Booher. She's taking a road track.
Coming back. She didn't like that at all.
Yeah, but she liked it.
I think she did too.
The fans really liked it. This is definitely T-Bird country up here tonight. That Booher thinks she's going to change it, but that is one big, mean woman out there.
I think they should have gave her 3 points instead of 1 for scoring over her like that. It's like a 3-point play in basketball.
Actually, I didn't think that was probably up there, but that was a good takedown. T-Bird's got a lead. Let's see who's going to be the jammer on this one, Ted.
Wade Miller, number 1 for the Thunderbirds, going out against number 35, Mamie Contreras for the Hawks.
finishes.
Oh, no.
Gwen Miller is still down on the track. She hasn't got up yet.
Gwen Miller meatballs made by Deanna Booher.
This Booher says she's going to take this T-Bird team apart. And there's one of their top jammers right there. So far, she's true to her word.
They're going to need about 3,500 yards of tape to get her ribs together.
Look at this replay. Here comes Miller out here with his big whip. One skate, getting it down. Look at this, turns around, going the wrong way, and still takes the lead. That is great skating there. Jimmy's down where I like that excitement. And he loves it, and so does the rest of these fans in this building tonight.
Here in the Showboat Hotel, I think I saw a guy with a Iowa Hawkeye t-shirt behind there. Thunderbirds trail here in the early going, 4-1. The Hawks have a 4-1 lead. Gina Gonzalez out against Paula Wilson. We talked about these two at the top of the show. Let's see what they can do.
Two of the Mighty Mites we talked about. Here they come in.
Denise Green stuck in the back of the pack.
Gonzalez got in there.
Wilson right behind her. They're still going. Oh, Gonzalez goes down. Wilson staggers. They've really...
Gonzalez is hollering. Go on.
The bad
Gonzalez got caught up in the tracks. Trying to get out of there. Here she comes.
Paula Wilson digging up, and here comes Gina Gonzalez, really flying just out of your picture. There she is, right by the inside. Wilson better be careful. Look out, they both go down.
They can still score.
Well, they forgot about the skating. I think they have more important things on the mind here. Look out.
They go after each other.
There's Patty Fraser. The two Go-Go girls are going to it. Paula Wilson's taking the front end of this.
Look at the Go-Go girls. There's a penalty dished out in there. I don't know if they all three got in the box or what.
Girls. Stop it.
Wilson's not stopping yet.
You have a game to skate yet, girls. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Oh! Wow.
Yeah. Well, they call them the T-Bird Go-Go girls, and I think they kind of went after
Paula Wilson. That was past tense there. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Paula Wilson says, are they gone yet?
There he is. The official T-Bird mascot here in Las Vegas.
From radio station 97 FM, KYRK. Now, is that a bird? Buzzard? What is that, Jess?
I tell you, he's the official T-Bird mascot here in Las Vegas. It says, go, go, T-Birds. Right now, you can see the score. T-Birds are trailing by 3 points. We've only got 3 minutes to go in the first period.
They need all the help they can get against this Hawk team.
This Hawk girls team is really powerful out here. Thunderbirds, that's the world champion Thunderbirds out here. This Hawk team is giving them everything they can ask for. She's really shaking that track out there, 235 pounds, isn't she?
She really has. She has made tremendous strides in her skating prowess in the last few months. She's really a force to be reckoned with here in the IRDL.
Here's a skater that's doing a good job for the Thunderbirds right here.
Debbie McCorkle, number 3 for the Thunderbirds. Number 34, Julie Martinez for the Hawks. They're coming to the rear of the pack. Oh, big double block there. I don't think McCorkle's going to have much luck here.
McCorkle, be careful here.
Martinez dragging her back. Both these girls kind of dragging on each other here. Referee letting them get away with it, though. Double block there. Martinez should be able to go by on the inside, but I don't know what. McCorkle doing a good job of staggering her back there on the inside. Now they're in the turn. It's tough to move in that turn.
She's definitely outnumbered there. I don't know what she's doing, but she's got to be careful. This camera don't get behind.
Miller from nowhere. Leaping leader.
Absolutely nowhere. You have any idea what it takes to knock a woman 235 pounds down? And when you weigh 102 pounds dripping wet, she had some movement, did she? Wow.
Look at Deanna Boohers. How did that happen?
She probably said, where'd that truck come from?
Gwen Miller, 102 pounds of mean, lean machine.
Wow, let me tell you. Look at McCorkle. She's keeping them busy there. She's yelling at them, pulling on them, tugging on them, looking back, and here comes Miller from flat nowhere. McCorkle got by for 2 big points in there.
Brought the Thunderbirds back within 1, Jess.
This is what they call Rollomania. The T-Birds got them shaking here right now. They're really moving.
Randy Whitman, number 4, coming out on the outside of the track. Denise Green, number 32 for the Hawks. Randy Whitman blows by Denise Green's outside, coming up to the rear of the pack. Denise Green working on her with both hands. Oh, big block by Randy Whitman.
That Whitman is really a good skater out there.
Oh, big double block by the Hawks. Paula Wilson. Pauline Ferrer had the double block at the rear for the Hawks.
As Whitman told me, she's so happy to be back with the Thunderbirds. She'll go against this whole team by herself if she has to. But she's got some help back there to help her, Ted.
It's the Go-Go girls. Patty Fraser looking down. 2 points. Boy, that brought the house down. What teamwork by those two. Randy Whippen picks up the points, but look at those two. Patty Fraser, Gina Gonzalez.
And they're all in it out there.
Patty Fraser, Paula Wilson going at it.
Wilson ought to get a little help. You know, she's big as one of them girls, but she's against two of them.
I don't think they're dancing. Whoop, look out. Our TV guy's right in the middle of it. He better be careful. He's going to lose a $75,000 camera.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they get in close and tell the fans just what's going on out there. It is rough and tumble.
There's only 10 seconds to go here, Jess. Will they be able to get another jam off? I don't think so.
Well, they got some 10-second jammers on both of those teams. It just depends on when they can get ready and get out of there. But right now, I don't think Brewer wants anybody out of that pack.
2 seconds, 1 second. That will be the end of the first period. The Thunderbirds came back. They were trailing by a point. They're going into the last jam.
They've given them in a lead, Ted.
The Go-Go Girls did it. The Thunderbirds lead 9-8 at the end of this first period. Leave that camera alone.
Nation's #1 team lights up our super season marquee. North Carolina is loaded with talent. Jacksonville says they tie their sneakers the same as everyone else. See the shootout live. AWA Wrestling is next with the nastiest villains in the ring. They get their kicks inflicting pain. Viewer discretion is advised all Tuesday.
Welcome back to Roller Aerobics. Roller Aerobics is where we as skaters show you a little bit of what we do to stay in training and shape for a game. It takes more than just knowing how to skate around in circles, really.
Sure
and I
does.
want to introduce a very good friend of mine and my T-Bird teammate number 4, Ray Robles.
Hi, Darlene.
Hi. Ray, will you get the music?
Okay.
Now, the muscle...
Hey, wait, I can't. How do I turn this thing on?
Play.
Oh, okay, here it goes, here it goes. All right.
What kind of mood are you in today?
I don't know.
The muscles we're going to be working on are the glute muscles and the side of your hip, okay? So you got to get on the floor with us to do this. Ready? Come on down with us. All right. Come on, get out of that chair. There you go. Ready? We're going to go back first. And back. 2, 3, 4. Keep your chest up and remember always to breathe. Try to keep your elbows a little bit bent. Good, Ray. Let's take that to the side, okay?
Okay.
And 5, 6, 7, 8, and out. Out. There we go.
This
Good.
one hurts, Darlene.
I know it does.
Oh.
That's you keep going, Ray.
Oh, all right.
You want to remember, we're only showing you about 60 seconds of this exercise, and you've got to work it a little bit longer to develop any muscle, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! If you're tired after that, then you've got to keep working out until next time. What I want you to say is take fitness to heart, okay? Right up to the other side.
All right, Darlene.
5, 6, 7, 8, and kick. Kick. 3, 4. Come on. 5, 6.
All right.
Keep going, Ray.
Oh, I'm trying, Darlene. I'm keeping up with you.
Don't forget to breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right.
Smile, Ray.
No. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer,
Thanks.
you never know what you'll get.
Nah, give me a light. No, Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Here we go. Sheba. Go T-Birds.
Well, these fans really love these T-Birds up here, don't they?
Come on now.
Here he is.
We can't do that on this show. IRDL action here. Thunderbirds lead the Hawks 9-8.
And the Hawks have the only jammer out there in that black uniform. He's a designated skater.
Gerald
He's the only one that can score on this jam.
Gerald Graves, number 30 for the Hawks. 6'4", 6'5", right in about 235, 240. Says Gerald is Brent Buter there at the rear. Oh, pretty good. Boy, hammered him down. Flanagan goes to the rail. Gerald Graves, long legs and all, working his way through that pack.
Thomas is out there pointing.
Robles
Get
is
him,
going
get
with
him.
him. Headlock. Oh, no. Boy, that kid has a vicious streak in him nobody knew he had. At least the ball Ray Robles.
Leroy Gonzalez kept yelling. He's turning his team loose out here at the
watching Skull, Zolan McNair.
What a group. Look at that group, guys.
Steve Santillan.
My Lord. They call themselves the Hollywood.
Sunset Steve Santillan.
Yep.
Chuck Skull. I suppose that's his legal given name as the Hawks have a 13-9 lead. Chuck Skull working his way through the pack.
Mike Flanagan over here. T-Bird down this jam.
Flanagan, number 5 in the green and the white for the Thunderbirds. Chuck Skull, number 32 in the orange and the black for the Hawks.
Look at that whip. Boy, did that Flanagan come out there.
Boy, pick it up. That's the end of Chuck Skull.
Wow.
Strawberry on the backside. Mike Flanagan continuing on around the track around the visitor's turn.
Flanagan's got blood in his eye out there, and he's looking to hit anything standing in his way.
And there's McNair at the rear. Boy, is that guy tough. Flanagan goes down. Big hit from McNair.
These are the two guys we talked about at the show, man. They just don't like each other out there.
Flanagan trying to go to the high side. Oh, he sidesteps him. Oh, McNair won't like that. Santillan doesn't get him. Maya Rube. Mike Flanagan. Good job by Mike Flanagan, the surfer boy.
He better keep moving because there's a guy in a black uniform right behind him who just went over the rail. Good move by Flanagan.
Zolan McNair just disappeared over the horizon. Flanagan took a little sidestep and bye-bye Zolan.
4 minutes says Mike Flanagan says T-Birds #1. Oh.
Uh-oh.
There's Valadares.
Look out,
There's
look out.
Valadares and all the rest of the T-Birds. Look at Gonzalez.
Oh! John Hall leaping into the picture. Mike Flanagan at the mercy of Leroy Gonzalez, and John Hall jumped from about 40 feet away and tried to put a foot right through Gonzalez's belt.
Gonzalez tells me he wants Valadares. E.G. Miller says he wants Flanagan, but there may not be nothing left of Flanagan if Gonzalez keeps that up all this game.
John Hall, manager of the Thunderbirds. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. The fans are cheering the Thunderbirds on here at the Las Vegas Showboat Hilton. It does seem to be Thunderbird country here. Robles hangs in, high on the rail. Tony Swatton went down, but he's back up. Ray Robles, Tony Swatton out on the jam. Gerald Graves at the rear for the Hawks. Blocks Ray Robles. Brent Futura at the rear, trying to block Tony Swatton. Takes him out. Oh!
Look at that.
Graves gets rid of Futura.
Never saw that man coming. What a wreck he took in the back. Hawk Jammers are still going. They're picking up points in there.
Gerald Graves leading the way. Tony Swatton continuing
He's
on
still
around.
going. He wants some more points.
Leroy Gonzalez, the bad boy, tells him to call it off, and he does. Leroy Gonzalez stole him out of the Thunderbirds training camp, and it sure has paid off for him.
They tell me this Swatton, he's a marathon skater. I guess he can just keep going all night long. He's not even breathing heavy out there after that jam.
Hawks take a lead, 17-14. You see Ralph Valadares calling, let's get the pack together. Referees trying to get the pack together.
These T-Bird fans are concerned. They're seeing these T-Birds flying all over this track out there.
17-14. Hawks take a 3-point lead. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second skating period.
And the man Washington out of there, and he's chasing the Barbarian.
This has got to be a good one. Sam Washington, Zolan McNair, big jump block. Look out!
By Washington.
I don't think McNair expected that at all. Not that early on the jam.
No, he expected that man to come in low, that little man, and instead he come up high and took him right down.
Sam Washington high, trying to get by Gerald Graves. Gerald Graves has been having a good game so far. Flanagan hits him high, and Graves outside of the track. Washington calls it off. We've seen a little bit of everything here tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, Ted, the way these two teams are battering each other around, we may not have anybody left standing out here but you and I when this game's over. Look at Gonzalez up there. He's saying no score. Look at this. Here comes Washington, man. Sam's keeping an eye on that. Flanagan, look at that man go right through the rail. If it hadn't been for that top rail grabbing him, they must have hit him out about the 4th row there.
What a play. 17-15. Thunderbirds pull within 2. Sunset Steve Santillan has the helmet for the Hawks. Number 31, Steve Santillan out in front of this jam. Here comes Brent Futura for the Thunderbirds. What a good pile inside.
Ventura's really got a leapfrog.
Leapfrog over Ralph Valadares. There's Graves, another leapfrog. Look at that kid go.
Man, I can tell you, Valadares, I can understand him jumping, but that other man's about 6 foot tall, and he would stand as flat-footed.
Gerald Graves is 6 foot 5 inches tall, and Brent Futura went over him like a flea over a skyscraper.
Man, I never expected that move. Watch this. Here's Ventura. He goes over Valadares. Of course, Ralph ain't all that tall, but that next man was tall.
45 seconds to go. Ralph Baladeras.
Here he comes.
The Guatemalan flyer. He doesn't know what his future may hold for him with this compensation ruling, but
we told you, they got one-man Guatemala now in his hands, and look at him fly.
McNair, 10 feet behind and falling back. Baladeras gets to the inside.
He scored. Boy, this house is going crazy.
The Showboat Sports Pavilion is rocking here with 15 seconds to go. Ralphie Baladeras.
Ralph Baladeras says only Ralph Baladeras can do it. Leroy Gonzalez is absolutely beside himself.
8 seconds. I don't think they'll be able to get off another jam, and who wants one? What a jam that was. The living legend.
The T-Birds up to a big 3-point lead going into halftime here. Those interviews ought to be something hot down there, Ted.
They really should. Ralphie Baladeras skating to the infield. The Thunderbirds pull within 20-21. Let's stay tuned for those halftime interviews, sports fans.
Hi, everybody. Paul Greenwood again, and it's halftime of tonight's game with the score T-Birds 20 and the Hawks 17. Now, the fans at home and also the fans here in the Showboat are all asking me the same question. What's going on between Ralphie Baladeras and Leroy Gonzalez? Now, to answer this question better, I've asked Ralphie and Leroy to be my halftime guests. And first of all, I'm going to turn to Ralphie and ask you, Ralphie, this feud's been going on for 25 years. Isn't it ever going to end?
No, it's not going to end. As far as I'm concerned, not but with this guy right here. This jerk and Georgia Haas have been trying to pull on me. I am sick and tired of that, and if they think that I'm going to end up my skating career skating with this snake here, he's got something else coming, because there's no way, Jose, and I'm telling you for the last...
Now, wait a minute. Now, just a second. Now, just a second. Let me get Leroy over here.
You know, you're right, Ralph. You're right. You are sick and you are tired. But I'll tell you something. Anything goes on in love and war, and it hasn't been love for 25 years, and it's not going to start now. And you wait till you skate for me, because I want to see a shrimp like you squirm, and you'll squirm for me when I tell you. What else can I tell you? What else? Any clearer than that?
There's no way that I'm going to ever skate for you now or ever, because I'm going to end up skating with a T-Bird team, no matter what you say. And I'm getting sick and tired of this. After 25 years, you're going to get it.
Just a minute. Whoa. I'll tell you, I don't know if we answered very many questions, but we sure found out one thing. Ralphie is mad, and I think Leroy better stay away from him. The second half of tonight's game is just about to get underway, and we'll be right back as soon as we get this mess quieted down. We'll be back right after these messages.
There's a pretty lady,
isn't it?
We're underway in the second half here. You took the words right out of my mouth, Jeff.
There's a lot of excitement all over this place tonight, isn't it?
It really is.
Look at that score, though.
Trailing by a single point here at the start of this second half, the third period. The ladies have the track.
I can tell you, Ted, that first half was something. It was some kind of war out there, wasn't it? I mean, if this next second half is going to be like that first half, this is going to be one whale of a game.
It really is. And this is the Hawk team that just annihilated the Bombers last week, and the Thunderbirds are really taking it to it.
Oh, this could be a turning point. I wonder if the Thunderbirds have just decided to throw the glove down and just let it all go.
That could be there. Look out! Oh, my goodness!
And McCorkle's got that pull-down pad in there, hasn't she? She got her in again.
That appears to be the only thing that works against that giant Deanna Booher. You see Gwen Miller, Debbie McCorkle, number 3, with a big assist over Deanna Booher. I still think they should make that a 2-point play.
Well, you ought to take 2 minutes to run around her. John Hall's giving plans in there, but like I said, you know, to tell you, the girls in that first half skated just as tough and rough as the men out there. We had stuff going all over this place.
They really did.
Everybody in this building and so forth has been into this game. They're yelling, screaming, they got hands up, signs up, they're yelling for the T-Birds.
They got everything up. The score is tied, 21-21. Thunderbirds and Hawks here in the third period, 5 minutes to go. Thunderbirds in the green and the white. Patty Fraser, number 2, has the helmet. Number 30 in the orange and the black, as you see.
We all had something to say, didn't she?
We all recognized her. Number 30, Pauline Ferreira for the Hawks. Oh, she goes down and slides. Wow. Patty Fraser.
And Fraser's a tough little gal out there, but here she comes up against that double Hawk block.
Rear of the pack, Paula Wilson. Julie
she's
Martinez.
Back there by herself, but I think she's yelling for her teammates to come back and give her a hand. Uh-oh. Watch out.
A little sloppy there, but they got the job done. Gina Gonzalez assists for Patty Fraser, picks up 2 points.
Well, they come back and just took those Hawks up enough to take them both down, and Fraser came through, and that is great teamwork by the team in the white and green out there, the Thunderbirds.
Patty Fraser. See our little cameraman walk by to get a little close-up for you there at home.
Now, Ted, the T-Birds only got about a 2-point lead with 4 minutes to go in this period, and this is a tough period. They can't afford to lose it. Take it easy, girls. Don't get in the penalty box.
I don't know. If I were Paula Wilson, I don't think I'd like those odds at all. That just doesn't seem to take too much courage for 3-on-1, especially with a girl as small as Paula Wilson is.
Well, Paula Wilson may be small, but I tell you, she had no fear running in there. She was taking them all on, wasn't she?
She really
was. This Hawk team is tough out here.
All of the Brad Wilson. They did do in the Bombers last week.
You know, Ted, let me ask you a question that we hit on it just a little bit ago. You think maybe the Thunderbirds have decided they're going to fight fire with fire for the rest of this year?
You know, that might be right, Jess. I think they may have just had their fill of being Mr. Nice Guy, and they just say, well, let's let it all hang out, fellas. Let the best man or girl win. That didn't work out too well there, though.
No, both jammers went down, but the Hawk jammers up. This game could be a turning point for the Thunderbirds. If they can pull this out, this might lead them for the rest of the year.
Number 32, Denise Green approaching the rear of the pack. Deanna Booher in the background. Gwen Miller has Denise Green hung up. Debbie McCorkle there in the rear with Gwen Miller. Deanna Booher, look out. You got to watch out for her every place she is on the track.
Booher gets it moving. She'll take them all down. There's down, one down.
There goes one. Denise Green continuing on. McCorkle.
McCorkle got tied up in there, and that Hawk jammer went down to the low side. She's got all the points, and she's still going after Gwen Miller.
2 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Denise Green
she called it off there. I guess she figured she was going to save some of her strength for the rest of this period. 4 big Hawk points, and that puts the Hawks up to a 2-point lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this period. There's Leroy.
There's the bad boy throwing a helmet again.
Well, he wasn't throwing that white helmet at one of his people. He was throwing it at the T-Birds.
Deanna Booher, look how she towers over Leroy Gonzalez.
You know, speaking of throwing, we've got helmets and chairs and skaters and everything else thrown in here tonight. They must tell us what's going to happen the rest of this game.
I'd hate to think of it, but the Hawks take the lead back from the Thunderbirds in this seesaw battle. 2 minutes to go in this third skating period. Number 3, Debbie McCorkle has the helmet for the Thunderbirds. Denise Green takes the helmet again for the Hawks. She's been a real workhorse this period.
Both these girls have been skating hard for their respective teams right there. They're doing a good job.
Denise Green staggered back Debbie McCorkle and strides out to about a 10-yard lead, coming to the rear of the pack. In the rear of the pack, we have a double block. It's the Go-Go Girls. Denise Green ahead of McCorkle.
What in the world are these girls doing? One of them went down. There's only a Hawk jammer left standing. She's got some help back there, too, against this double block.
Paula Wilson's back. Up, splits that double block. Nice job by Paula Wilson. Denise Green jumps over, falls down. She's still going.
Says, keep going, she said.
She's got 2 points. She's still going. Nice job by Paula Wilson. Get rid of that Thunderbird double block.
Leroy was heads up out there. He's hollering, slow that pack down. Get our girl in.
Denise Green coming to the rest of the pack. She can't get by on the outside, and that should be the end of that game. We got a minute, 10 seconds to go. How many are the referees going to give them?
They said 3 big Hawk points, and that puts the Hawks up even further. They got a big 5-point lead with a minute to go. Look at these fans. Watch this replay. She goes up, locks, and pulls them down. There goes the Hawk jammer out there to pick up 2 big points.
Looks like Denise Green hit a rough part of the track.
She almost twisted that ankle. Did you see that?
She hit a seam in that masonite net. Just about did it, Jess.
This is not like skating on your kitchen floor. This track right here gives. You never know where you're coming down. That's why it takes a good skater out there.
John Hall rightfully showing concern as his Thunderbirds trail by 5 points. The Thunderbird girls had caught up and passed the Hawks. The Hawks came back strong and now lead by 5.
The T-Bird girls have got it on the line right now. They got 25 seconds to give their men some kind of chance going into that last period. So let's see what they can do, Chad.
Here comes black and white, big and